This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, now we'll start the session. Today, I'm not going to show you how to install all these things. I have given you a link and I sent you through WhatsApp what you should download. You have to try it yourself because you have learned cybersecurity and web designing all these days. Now you should be able to do it yourself. So I'll join with you from my computer uh, in another 20-30 minutes time. But I will give you 30 minutes to try this out, right? On the last link, I will share you to try because I'm not going to show you how to install software because you should be able to do it yourself, right? Uh, if you are unable to install software, how can you do? How can you do? So if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat or in the group, and somebody will help you. Mm, So some of you are late, so I'm giving you link the last time. Okay, so this is the link. There are many links you can search exam, and so I will click on it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you don't have to read. There is a package called exam. It works on Linux, it works on Mac, and it also works on Windows. But it is not exam. Exam is a package where you get several software in that, right? And we are going to use only two. That is MySQL, that is a database, and Apache. It's a web server. Now, when we did the web designing, we only did the front end. We didn't do the server. So with this one, you can set up a web server, right? So I gave you all these things to read. First, you have to download exam. This exam from Apache Friends. You know the link, and there is a link here. You download it to your computer. So when you download, you have to extract it into, before installation, you have to extract it into, it's about 110 MB. You must have downloaded it right now, uh, into D drive. I have really informed you that you have to install it in DOE drive. So basically go for the D drive. D drive XAMPP. Let's see, because you have to install in right path, because we are going to discuss it with certain parts in future. So I have sent you the message. So you have to install it in the exam. That means you have to extract it. After you extract it, there is a installer file, some setup. Samar Vedlavata. If you are running a virus guard, it will tell you that it cannot be installed. That time you have to say yes, I want to install it, right? So you run the setup file, and there is the example installer. You can find the exe file. So when you install, you keep doing, it will install you, and select only MySQL and PHP MyAdmin. There are other tools, they will tell you Tomcat and SendMail, and don't tick them, right? You only select like this Apache and MySQL, and automatically programming languages PHP and PHP MyAdmin. Leave it as it is, right? But FileZilla, FTP server, Mercury Mail server, and Tomcat, you can use it lately. if you want to learn. But right now you are only installing that. So your installation folder, they are giving CXM. But remember, because this is going to have data, so we never install anything on C drive if you are going to have data, because sometimes we have to reinstall Windows. So that time we have to format C drive. So in order to save your data, better to use it the exam, right? So don't use C. It's okay, you can use C, but in case if you are installing Windows, if you are formatting your C drive, then you will lose your all databases and all, because your databases will be under exam folder, right? So therefore use D. Is it clear? Please tell me, is it clear? Hello? Can you hear me? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then you keep installing it. Just you have to click next, next, next. It will install and it will finish. After you install, you have to download WordPress. Right? After you install WordPress, you download WordPress. It is also available from Bitnami, but you can download directly from WordPress. I have given the link, right? After that, there is something called exam control, because where you set up the web server and you have to run it. Otherwise, if you don't run it, it will not be available. So you just start it with the control panel, right? And it will start it like this, Apache and MySQL, right? So that's what you are going to do. After that, you type HTTP localhost / if your installation is correct, right? Then your local host must show you something like this. It will take you to the localhost dashboard. If you get this screen, then you have installed Apache, MariaDB, and PHP and all. You are ready to host your website. Suppose you did your website earlier. So you did your website and you can put the website under a certain folder called under htdocs. I'll show you later. Under htdocs, you can install it in under htdocs, right? Don't put it under htdocs directly. htdocs say Yorkshire or htdocs/Sigiriya. So then you can access it as HTTP localhost/Sigiriya. Then you can see your website, right? Like you did with the 1001. Then go to WordPress.org here. Then you go to WordPress.org and download. And make sure you copy WordPress files under htdocs. The exam htdocs, right? Copy it under htdocs. So they are saying test site, but I would say you put it as WordPress. It's easy, right? And you extract the file and put it, and you have to create MySQL database for your WordPress. For that, you have to start PHP MyAdmin, right? You have to start PHP MyAdmin. So right now, don't worry about installing WordPress. You just get your Apache web server running exam. After that, you go there, you go to data of PHP MyAdmin is at 127.0.0.1/PHP MyAdmin. The link must be there, right? Okay. I will tell you that how to do that. After that, you start running the WordPress. So that we will do it as the second part of the training. All these things are there, but you can go ahead. But it doesn't seem that they haven't given the link to the PHP MyAdmin, right? So what you have to do is type HTTP localhost to get PHP MyAdmin. You type right, because with this you will move into very important and very exciting world of web servers and web development. All these things what you did with the web course, you must have worried, how I'm going to website, how I'm going to set up a website. This is advanced one. So right now I'm summarizing again. Use your exam, use your D drive and install XAMPP on D drive and start the web server. And when the web server and MySQL and PHP MyAdmin is ready, we will go to the next section. Don't worry about WordPress right now. Get your, I will give you time until 8:45, right? By that time, it is more than enough for you to set up your web server, right? If you cannot understand this document, you search internet and try to find out. And if you have more time left, you continue doing your reading on this help file, right? So if are there any questions? Anybody need special help or something? Is this clear? Kiran, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. All right. I will temporarily pause the recording and I'll come back to you 8:45, right? And take up your questions. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
ඔයාලට මාව ඇහෙනවද? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right. එතකොට මම අද ඔයාලට ස්ක්‍රීන් එක දුන්නා. මම මේ අලුත් version එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Okay. මගේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එක පේනවනේ ඔයාලට? Hold on. දැන් ඔයාලට මම කිව්වා මේ එක්සැම්ප් එක ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරගන්න කියලා. එක්සැම්ප් එක ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරගත්ත කට්ටිය කවුද? මට yes එකක් දාන්න. හෙලෝ ඔයාලට මාව ඇහෙනවද? ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා ඒකයි. ඔයාලට මේ මාව ඇහෙනවද?
Yes, sir.
right. මම ඔයාලට කියලා දුන්නා කොහොමද එක්සැම්ප් එක ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරන්න කියලා. මට yes එකක් දාන්න එක්සැම්ප් එක ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරගත්ත කට්ටිය. හිරුක්ෂ හරි, චෙතින හරි, හරි සිතුම් හරි, පෙම්සල් බෝධිපක්ෂ හරි, ජනිදු හරි, ඔක්කොම හරි. good. දැන් ඔය හරි කියපු කට්ටිය දැන් group එකේ කරගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච කට්ටිය group එකට message එකක් දාන්න. එතකොට අනිත් කට්ටිය එයාලට screen share කරලා හරි zoom එකෙන් හරි උදව් කරන්න. හරි? මේක කරගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච අය බලාගෙන ඉන්න. දැන් ඔයාලා යන්න ඕනේ ඊළඟ step එක. ඊළඟ step එකට යන්න තියෙන්නේ ඔයාලා local host එක වැඩනේ. දැන් ඔයාලා ඊළඟට type කරන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද? PHP my admin එක ගන්න. හරි? ඒකට අපි http localhost කියන්නේ වාගේ local host එක. ඒකට අපිට 127001 කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මේ 127001 කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මම දෙනකන් ඉන්න ස්ක්‍රීන් ෂෙයා කරලා නැහැ. PHP my admin ඒකට යන්නේ. හරි. මම මේ බලන්නේ ඔයාලට කරලා පෙන්නනවට වඩා ඔයාලට කරගැනීමේ හැකියාව දැන් තියෙනවා. ඔන්නෝම යන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේකෙන් යන්නත් පුළුවන්. මේ දෙකෙන්ම සඳහන් වෙන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මැෂින් එක. local host PHP myadmin ඔය දෙකෙන්ම යන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට හම්බ වෙන්න ඕනේ PHP myadmin එකට යන්න. start now. හරි PHP myadmin එකට ගිය කට්ටිය මට ඔව් කියලා කියන්න. yes සදා ඉන්න බා. ඔකේද ගියාද? ගියාම ඔයාලට මෙන්න මේ වගේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. PHP myadmin එකට ගියාම. හැබැයි වෙබ් සර්වර් එක රන් වෙලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මෙන්න මේ වගේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. ඔය වෙතින් ස්ක්‍රීන් එක මේ වගේ එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒකේ තියෙනවා databases කියලා ලින්ක් එකක්. හරි. ඔයා ඒකට ගිහිල්ලා database එකක් create කරන්න. database එකක් create කරන්න. right? database එකක් create කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒකේ නම WordPress කියන database එක create කරන්න. WordPress. මොකද අපි මේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න ලේසි වෙන්න create කරන database එකේ නම WordPress. WordPress කියලා database එකක් create කරන්න. එතනින් එහාට දේවල් වගේක් තියෙනවා. නමුත් අපි ඒවා වැඩි කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. මේ වෙලාවේ WordPress කියලා database එකක් create කරන්න. create කරලා ඉවර වෙලා අපි මේ WordPress කියන database එකට අපි දාගත්ත WordPress application එක link කරන්න ඊළඟට යන්න. ඒකට අපි අර download කරගත්ත WordPress zip file එක ඒකේ තියෙන content එක ඔක්කොම D එකේ XAMPP ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ දැන් තියෙනවනේ වැඩනේ /htdocs htdocs කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඔයාලගේ home directory එක. වගේ root folder එක. එහෙම නැත්නම් home directory එක website එකේ home folder එක. ඒකට index.html එකක් දැම්මනම් ඒක තමයි අපිට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම පේන්නේ. අපි ඒකේ යටතේ sub directory එකක් හදනවා WordPress කියලා. එක එක නම් වලින් හදන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මෙන්න මෙතෙන්ට අර WordPress එකේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම දේවල් copy කරන්න ඕනේ. copy කරලා ඉවරලා මට yes එකක් දෙන්න. දැන් අපි PHP myadmin එකෙන් තමයි databases manage කරන්නේ. web server එකට දානවා path එකකට අර WordPress එකේ තියෙන PHP files උයි ඒ configurations උයි ඔක්කොම. දැන් මේ දෙක link කරන්න අපි යන්නේ. right. මම තව yes දෙකක් විතර එනකන් ඉන්නම්කෝ. හරිද? චෙතින හරි, හිරුක්ෂා හරි, ජනිදු හරි. අනිත් අය කියන්න. තරුක් හරි බෝධිපක්ෂ හරි තව එක්කෙනෙක් දෙන්න. තරුක් හරි රයිට්. අපි එහෙමනම් ඉස්සරහට යමු. තව කාට හරි ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් තියෙනවා නම් ටක් ගාලා ඩිස්කස් කරලා අහන්න. වැඩේ කරගන්න. දැන් අපි පිළිවෙලකට යන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම බෑ. ඔයාලා අනිත් කට්ටිය අහගෙන ඉන්න තේරුම් නැත්නම් රෙකෝඩින් එක බලලා කරන්න. එතකොට අපි htdocs WordPress කියන ෆෝල්ඩර් එකට WordPress එකේ තියෙන ෆයිල්ස් ටික ඔක්කොම කොපි කරගත්තා. දැන් අපි WordPress එක ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරන්න යන්නේ. අපි database එක create කරා. හරි? මේකේ තියෙන මේකේ අර test data වෙනකොට අපි ගත්ත WordPress කියලා. එතකොට අපි local host WordPress කියලා ගන්න. Type as localhost WordPress. Right. localhost WordPress කියලා මෙහෙම ගන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට අර WordPress එකේ install කරන path එක එන්න ඕනේ. මෙන්න මේ වගේ එන්න ඕනේ. screen එකේ. ඔයාලගේ language එක select කරගන්න එන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා. එතකොට ඔයා කියනවා right English United States. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයා මෙතන fill කරන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද ඔයාගේ database name එක. ඒක WordPress. මොකද අපි database එක create කරේ WordPress කියලා හින්දා because we created it as WordPress we have to enter database name as WordPress. Then your username, leave root. Now whenever we are creating a word database, right? Whenever we are creating a database, we have to give a username to access that database. But when you install exam first time, it creates a user called root. That is the administrative user. And there is no password, empty password. That is not a very good thing. But when you are installing in your local machine, that is okay to get started. But when you are installing it in internet, Apache and my PHP admin, you have to give a strong password. Right now, we are going without a password. That means empty. Keep password empty. Username root, keep it root. And database host. Now, when you are hosting a database, you have to tell the application what is the host that database is hosted. Suppose you have installed the database in some other machine, but your application is here. That time you will be accessing that machine, then you have to give that domain name or IP address or something to connect to that particular host. Right now you are in localhost, so you are giving localhost. Table prefix, keep it WP underscore because you are going to do it only one time. This is useful. Suppose you are going to use multiple websites, multiple databases in one. WordPress you can use WordPress to set up multiple websites. That times on the same code base you can create multiple databases. That time, say you can say what WP underscore something, WP underscore another thing. You can also say WP1 underscore the same thing. That means you can use multiple databases. Don't worry about it. Keep it default. Once you finish, WordPress will install and your WordPress will run on your local machine. How do you access WordPress? You just go to copy WordPress. Your WordPress must be running. What do you get? වාගේ WordPress එක ආවද? empty WordPress එකක් එන්න ඕනේ මුකුත් data නැතුව. ඔයාලට මතක ඇති, you can remember when we were doing the web course, we used 00 host web WordPress application. So that you have installed in your machine right now. To access WordPress, make sure you have to run the exam control. Then start Apache Web Server. And you have to have MySQL running. Then tell me yes if you succeeded. If you have got success. Right. Very good. Hiruksha has got it. Chetina has got it. Beautiful. Okay, Janidu has got it. I will wait for Taruk. Now, you go to PHP MyAdmin, like with this link, and see whether you will have now click on the WordPress database and you can see some tables. Okay, it has already created, installed everything, right? Let's search on internet for a PHP MyAdmin tutorial. PHP MyAdmin tutorial. On tutorial point, okay, you get this tutorial, tutorialpoint.com. You see, it has a tutorial. Next page. How the, now you have to follow this details. You can click on here. This tutorial point is a very good site, right? PHP MyAdmin. So you can go step by step how to set up environment. All these things are there. You see? Don't worry about all these things. You go to the interface. It's too many things. Next page. Pros and cons. That is not a good one. When you select a tutorial, don't select very advanced tutorial. Right? Say there is a video. So there is a lesson, you know. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Sorry, what you have to do is you have to, because you must immediately tell me if there is a problem with record my hearing. Okay, what I was telling is we are going to do a lot of work these 2 weeks. I'm going to put extra classes and everything and to finish it by December, because February we will be starting the advanced course, and I have to get some more people into that. I have to advertise, and you take a break because I'm starting the app inventor course. Tell your friends. Secondly, you have to complete your 150 questions. I'll send you the next 50 questions a little bit next week, but by December it will finish. Then if you finish these 150 questions, you are almost passed. You get certificates. This is extra because this is advanced stuff, but you need these things to go to the next level. I will only take you to the next level if you do these things only. You should be able to do the set up the web server, put WordPress. You should be able to do. I will be doing mobile security. That is very easy. And finally, Linux introduction. You don't have to master anything. You have to know how to do it, how to get it done. Then, because next course will start from Linux. I'll give 1 week on Windows, and next week we are going into Linux and we are going to do the course in Linux. So don't come if you are not able to follow these things. So therefore it is important that okay. Okay, Mona Hiruksha has got it done. So what you have to do is okay. So I will give all these things, learning PHP, my admin tutorial, because you don't have time for all these things, no? Set up WordPress, okay? How to log into WordPress, all these things I will give you with the today's lecture. You should be able to go into WordPress, WordPress, WordPress dashboard, okay? That is the target today. So if you couldn't do it, you can do it again. Now next one. Next one, what I would teach you is going to this. Did I give you the Geek for Geeks? Yes. So Geek for Geeks give you a very good WordPress this thing tutorial. From your dashboard, you learn how to select themes, how to add a new theme, how to add a plugin. All these things you can learn. You can play with. Now, if you learn WordPress very well, you can start making money, creating websites for other people. Okay, so this is a very good tutorial. You follow this WordPress tutorial and you can master WordPress, right? And I will give you WP Beginner, a very good website to master WordPress. This link, wpbeginner.com. But this is nothing to do with the cybersecurity course, that is mastering WordPress. Don't worry if you couldn't do it. You can spend next day, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you also have Argentina France game, but don't worry about it. Watch it, and wpbeginner.com give you very good material on learning WordPress. I show you. What do you have there? Starting a blog, WordPress SEO, WordPress performance, WordPress errors. So you just say you want to learn plugin. Okay. Oh, so many. What is a WordPress plugin? How to create a specific plugin? How to choose WordPress plugin? So much WordPress. If you go start here, there are videos, there are blueprints, there are deals, all kind of things are there. So you can find lot of WordPress material from YouTube also. So learn WordPress. So are you guys okay? Right. So just tell me, do you have any problems today? Do you need any explanation, any questions? You can ask now. If it is clear, put a yes now. Because we are going to do one final session lesson. Hiruksha, okay, Janidu, Pemsara. Right. I want Janidu, Pemsara, Hiruksha, all to help other people to, Chetina find. So don't worry if you miss something, but you can always go back to the beginning, come back from the thing. I will put the links to the, right? I'll put the links to there's one more link, right? Okay. So I am going to give you this link, how to download exam, download WordPress, right? You get install instructions, read this, right? So it's easy. And install instructions, right? And make sure you set up in DXM and copy files and run setup. Test it, right? Test it. Run exam control. Start Apache, start MySQL, test it. How do you test it? HTTP localhost, right? Or another way to test it is HTTP. What is it? 127. That is your local IP. We call it loopback IP address. Copy WordPress files to dexam htrix, right? Okay. Test PHP my admin, right? Then copy WordPress files and PHP my admin tutorial, right? So you learn about PHP my admin, WordPress install instructions, set up WordPress, log into WordPress, mastering WordPress, and one thing is finally PHP at W3 schools. Beautiful. Now you search PHP at W3 schools. You know that is where you go to learn anything new. PHP tutorial. Beautiful. You see, if you have already learned one programming language, you can see doc type HTML, HTML body. Now this first part is the HTML. Then you have something special here. Smaller than mark, question mark, PHP. Echo my first PHP script and colon. And you question mark, greater than sign. Now that part is the PHP part. The other part is HTML part. Suppose if you save this file as, now you can create another folder. Okay. You can create another folder in your create a folder where D, you can do it now. You can easily do it now.
Sir, we can. Excuse
You
me, sir.
can
We
do
can't
it
hear
now.
you.
Create a folder D XMPP where htdocs and you can just call it test, right? And you paste this code there and name it as test PHP. It should be test PHP. I'll send you this to the chat. You don't have to do the WordPress or anything. You can just do it in your don't worry about it. You go to W3 schools. You have remember, whenever you have a problem, I don't look at your chat. No, you have to voice and say, sir, I can't see. If you don't tell me, I don't know. How do I know? I am not watching all chat all the time. No, I keep teaching. So therefore, you have to always talk. If you are not talking, I don't know. But anyway, this is actually bonus. Right? Sometimes this. Okay. So you put this file and you access it as HTTP localhost. Localhost is the root. Test / test.php. Copy. And you should get, I'll go to W3 schools and we'll do it there. Try it yourself and you get output like this. My first PHP script. So you have to understand a PHP script is .php, some file name .php. It can, you can just put HTML code outside the PHP area. There can be HTML code, then there can be PHP code. So you can put another PHP code like this. You see, I can copy this. Oh no. I can copy, I can paste it after HTML, no problem. That is not a very good way. It doesn't let me paste anything. Maybe I will have to. No, it doesn't let me paste. You can put another PHP part here. You see, how do you do that? Is PHP and you say echo. It means print echo but usually better to put parentheses. Again, just put hello. And you close the PHP tag, a question mark and a greater than sign. This is how you write PHP. And you run it. You can see you got hello. But if you put here, you can put break here. Or you can put, say, HR here. You see? It doesn't let me type there. I don't know. So this doesn't allow me certain things. So don't worry about it. That's a problem with the mobile, right? So you can put, okay. So you can learn more PHP. The site cannot be reached. Local, sorry. I have to go to this one. I go again to W3 schools. PHP tutorial. This is how your first PHP script, right? And you can go on your right PHP syntax, PHP. How do you use PHP variables? You can put, this is text hello world, X is 5i. You can learn all these things. How do you use variables? Output variables. And you can do things like this. And I don't have to teach you this because you learn any programming language. Now, how PHP is doing things. Okay. So PHP has, say, arrays, switches, if then, all these things are there. Say data types, strings. If you have done Python, if you have done C, if you have learned about JavaScript, it's all like this. So if they say if then else if, how does PHP is doing it? You see, it is there are examples. T is date H, right? If T is 20, less than 20, have a good day. Sort of a code here. So don't worry about it. You don't have to learn much PHP, but this WordPress and a lot of websites are developed using PHP. I'll just show you one simple thing. You can remember when we were doing, we did forms, form handling. Now you are entering a data to a form. In the form, you put ask a person name and his email with this HTML code. And when you are posting this, I am showing you there is a special code in the form called action that tells the form to submit the data to this action.php, which is in the same folder. Run example. Now it will show you something like this. Say Niranjan, right? And I will put my email address. Say niranjanmeegaman@gmail.com. I submit. Then it takes that name and email and send me a result. So we will look at how is it doing it. This is the PHP code. when we send that name, it takes the name as $_post name. So it can take the variable. $_post is email. On the backend file, it receives these two variables as data. Now, when we are doing this advanced course, we will be learning something called burp suite for hacking. And this you can take the form data and right. So they are also talking about security. Now in cybersecurity, these forms are highly vulnerable. People hack through forms. So form validation, okay, and there is also file handling, object oriented. Now you also have database handling. Say insert data. I'm just giving you a brief overview. When you insert data, there is something called SQL. You take that person submitted data, process it, and write it to a database like this. You see, it takes that data from the form and insert into my guest and databases. So this is they are giving you. Don't worry about it. If you look at, if you want to go further about databases, SQL W3 schools. I'm just showing you uh, SQL is, now suppose you have a table called customers and you try it yourself, you can get all the data. When you run it like that, you can get all the data and you can display it. You can learn this SQL from W3 schools and also practice them in PHP MyAdmin. I am just showing them for your information, right? So I hope you have got information today about exam and how to set up exam, how to start Apache, how to start MySQL, how to go into PHP MyAdmin, how to create a database, how to copy WordPress, how to test your installation, right? Then how to start. Now the process is downloading exam, downloading WordPress, setting up exam, starting the control panel, starting my Apache, starting my SQL, right? And testing your local host, web server running. Then you go to PHP MyAdmin. Then you create a database called WordPress. You copy the WordPress files into under htdocs WordPress. Then you set up WordPress and log into WordPress dashboard and configure whatever you play with WordPress. That is what the course today. Extras, you learn about how you develop WordPress like application using PHP. You can go inside WordPress and see the code there, but don't worry, they are very complex for the time being. But you can learn WordPress, PHP from W3 school. You already know about variable strings, for loop, and if then do loop and all these things. And you learn about forms in HTML. You learn about how to submit your forms to PHP. PHP will handle it. PHP will use SQL and they MySQL to write it, and this is what we learn. But outside, other than the WordPress dashboard, anything is bonus and extra. That is for you to know, because you should know when you are saying, how the WordPress has been done. WordPress has been developed using PHP. It uses MySQL database. MySQL database uses SQL. These are the three things you have to know. So you will learn all these things as you go on. So I hope today's lesson is interesting for you. What I would do is, I'll put the recording to the Google Classroom. I will also share this in chat, everything what we did today. Just copy it and keep it. I will also share it with our cybersecurity group, and those people who came from the web course. Don't worry about it, because I just invited you to understand how the web backend works. This, you don't even have to do this. If you need this material, just send me a private message. I'll share with you the code, right? Then I will put it to the Google Classroom. That is the last thing we are going to do today. Classroom, right? I'll put the material into Google Classroom. This is like a marathon. 53 students started, but how many people are completing? Exam web server plus WordPress. We will learn in advanced course how to attack WordPress-like sites. WordPress is highly vulnerable. Not WordPress. There are plugins for WordPress. They are highly vulnerable. Okay, so you can get this one from this one. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, which was a little long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, 10. Very good. 9. Hiruksha, how is today for you? Hiruksha, can you hear me? Situm, Chetina, please speak. මට ෆීඩ්බැක් එකක් දෙන්න අද කොහොමද කියලා ඔයාලට කතා කරන්න ඕගොල්ලෝගේ මයික් වැඩ නැද්ද මම හරි අකමැතිම දේ තමයි ඕගොල්ලෝ නිකන් ගල්ලිබ්බ වගේ කටවහගෙන ඉන්නේ. ඒතර මම උගන්නපු එක නිකන් වතුරේ ගියා වගේ. කතා කරන්න. හෙලෝ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ මොකුත් ඉගෙනගෙන නැහැ නිකන් chat එකේ දාලා වැඩක් නැහැ. මට කතා කරලා කියන්න ඕනේ.
අද ගොඩක් හොඳට තිබ්බා.
ඔකේ කියන්න.
ඒ කියන්නේ WordPress එක ඉනුරජිත් සර්.
රයිට් ඉන්ට්‍රෝට කොහොමද අද?
සර් WordPress එක මේ ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරගන්න බැරුව මෙච්චර කාලයක් තිබ්බේ. අද මේ ටුටෝරියල්ස් එක්ක හොඳට මේ ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරගත්තා. සර් කිව්ව ටික හරියට කරා.
අර එතකොට අනිත් ඒවත් ෆලෝ අප් කරලා දැන් ඔයා WordPress එකයි ඔය ඔක්කොම ඩිලීට් කරලා දාන්න. කරපුවා. හරිද? හෙලෝ.
ඕකේ සර්. ඕකේ සර්.
delete කරලා ආයෙ පාරක් ඔයා ටියුටෝරියල් එක බලාගෙන කරන්න.
හා සර්.
එතකොට තමයි ඔයාට වැඩේ හොඳට පුරුදු වෙන්නේ නේ.
ඔව්.
ඈ දැන්
ඔව්
බයිසිකලේ
නැත්තම්
පුරුදු වෙන්න තාත්තා ඇවිත් ඔයාලා පිටිපස්සෙන් අල්ලගෙන එම් බයිසිකලේ පුරුදු කරන්න ඇති නේ. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයා තනියම පැදලා පුරුදුනේ නේද?
ඔව්.
හරි අනිත් අයට කොහොමද? අබ්දුල්ලා හරිස් ඔයා මේ වෙබ් එකෙන් ආවේ don't worry about it. You බලාගෙන හිටපු එක හොඳයි ඔයා. You watched it the lesson and you can learn join cybersecurity later, but don't forget to join the app inventor course. That is good for you, right? So we will end the class today. I hope if you have any questions, so because this is a huge area, no? Web servers, WordPress, then PHP, MySQL, PHP, MyAdmin, databases, whole lot of area. But don't worry, you just learn how it works, right? Now you can put web applications into this. Now you use the password as root. If you go to WordPress folder, you will find a config file. There you can change password, usernames and everything, and also from the PHP MyAdmin, you can change the database configurations. That means password, username, user ID. But right now, don't worry because you don't have any security problem because you are doing it locally. Now you can start attacking your WordPress with your Hulk. Now, last week we learned about DOS attacks. No, next week I will show you a DOS attack on WordPress and how to view it from Wireshark. There's a tool called Wireshark where you can see every packet traveling in and out from your computer, right? Hiruksha, I wanted to ask you, ඔයාගේ O level ඔයා ඉස්කෝලේට කියන්න you want to do it in English medium කියලා, right? You switch to English medium class, right? Hiruksha? බයලතු English medium යන්න දැන්. You can go to English medium. Because English medium is easy. Hard disk is hard disk, not දෘඩකය. Single medium ICT is like learning Sanskrit. So better to focus on English medium. Even if you by the time you do exam, you already know. You don't need a teacher where to, if you take some master guide book, and if you take a master guide O level ICT book and do the questions, right? And search things on internet in English. You don't need a teacher. You can pass O level ICT with an A. You know everything what you need. If you want anything from YouTube, from W3 school, from anywhere, you can learn because you guys are very good now. Okay. So I will end the class today. Thank you very much for coming. And I hope today you guys have enjoyed. I'll see. There is Hiruksha, there is Abdullah, Abhishek. Abhishek, you are a boy, right? I will remember it. Chetina, Inura, Janidu, Munayuru, Situm, Taruk. Okay, so are there any questions? Don't send me private messages, sir. I only saw it now.
සර් මම ඉන්නර කතා කරන්නේ ඇප් ඉන්වෙන්ටරි
Any
කෝස් එක
question?
කවුද පටන් ගන්නෙ?
ඒක ජනවාරි 10 ඔයා සයිබර් සිකියුරිටි කෝස් එක කරනවා නම් කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාට ඇප් ඉන්වෙන්ටර් කෝස් එක ෆ්‍රී හම්බෙනවා. හැබැයි දෙවෙනි කෝස් එකට රෙජිස්ටර් වෙනවා නම් විතරයි. එතකොට ඒක වෙන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. ඔයා ඇප් ඉන්වෙන්ටර් කෝස් එකට රෙජිස්ටර් වෙන්න ඕනේ. රයිට්? ඒක පේ කරලා රෙජිස්ටර් වෙන්න. එතකොට ඔයා පේ
සර් මම
කරපු
තුනක් කරලා
ගාන
තියෙනවා.
අපි දැන් සයිබර් සිකියුරිටි ඇඩ්වාන්ස් කෝස් එක කරනකොට ඒක ඩිස්කවුන්ට් හම්බෙනවා.
ඔව්. හා සර්. සර් මේ
හරි? ඒ කියන්නේ මම කැමති
දෙපාරකට
නෑ
දිනනවා නම් කොච්චරද ගන්න ඕනේ?
කෝස් දෙකක් කරනවා නම් ළමයෙක් කෝස් දෙකක් කරනවා නම් එයාගෙන් දෙපාරක් ඒ මාස වලට සල්ලි ගන්න අපි කැමති නෑ. මොකද අම්මලා තාත්තලාට අමාරුයි. මම කතා කරලා තියෙනවා අපේ ඕගනයිසේෂන් ඒකට එහෙම ළමයින්ට කෝස් දෙකක් කරනවා නම් එකකට විතරයි අපි charge කරන්නේ කියලා. හරිද?
හරි සර්.
ඒ
මේ
ගාන
දෙපාරකට
ඩිස්කවුන්ට්
ගෙවනවා
වෙනවා.
නම් දෙපාරකට
ආ ඒක
ගෙවනවා නම්
කමක් නෑ. ඒකට කමක් නෑ.
2800යි නේද?
ඒක කමක් නෑ. ඔව් ඔව්. ඒකේ දාලා තියෙනවනේ.
හරි සර් අද මම
ඒකේ
රිජිස්ටර්
ප්‍රශ්නයක්
වෙනවා.
නෑ. ඔයාගේ යාළුවන්ට ඔයා කියන්න මේකට ජොයින් වෙන්න කියලා.
හා සර්.
මොබයිල්
හා සර්.
ඇප්ලිකේෂන් ඩෙවලොප් කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න එක හොඳයිනේ නේද? ඇප් එකක් එහෙම හදන්න නේද? තරගවලට එහෙම
ඔව් සර්.
යන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ දන්නේ වලින් සෑහෙන දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් හිරුක්ෂට එහෙම ඇත්තටම මට උගන්වන්න දෙයක්වත් නෑ ආයේ. එයාට මම අවශ්‍ය කරන ඔක්කොම උගන්වලා තියෙනවා. එයාට උගන්වන්න පුළුවන් දැන්. එයාට තියෙන්නේ දැන් ඉතුරු ඒවා ඔක්කොම ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකෙන් තනියම හොයාගෙන අර මේ යන්න බෑ. දැන් අද මම බලන්න අද මම කෝස් එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම කරේ මොබයිල් එකෙන් නේ.
ඔව් සර්.
අද සෙෂන් එක කරේ මොබයිල් එකෙන්. ඒ
ඔව්.
කියන්නේ මම ඔයාලට වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන හැකියාව තියෙනවා කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරපු හින්දා. මට ඔක්කොම කරලා පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මම ඔයාලව ගයිඩ් කරනකොට ඔයාලට මගේ කටහඬ ආගෙන කරගෙන යන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා හොඳ තැනකට ඇවිල්ලා කියලා. දැන් අද එක්කෙනෙක් මගෙන් අහලා ඉවරලා තියෙනවා සර් මට ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කරන්න මේ තැනක් කියන්න කියලා. මට ඉතින් hina ගියා. ඉස්කෝලේ යන කාලේ ඩිප්ලෝමා කරන්න යන්න එපා. ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කරනකොට පැය 1500ක් ඔයාලා වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ ඇඩ්වාන්ස් ඩිප්ලෝමා එක. ඩිප්ලෝමා එකකට පැය 1000ක් වැඩ කරන්න. මාසෙකට තියෙන්නේ පැය 160යි. එතකොට ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කියන්නේ ෆුල් ටයිම් අවුරුද්දක් කරන එක. බොරුවට නමට ඩිප්ලෝමා දෙන්න බෑ. ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කියන්නේ NVQ level 5. ඒකින්ද ඔය එක එක කම්පැනි එක එක ආයතන මේ ඩිප්ලෝමා කිව්වට ඒවා ඩිප්ලෝමා නෙමෙයි ඒවා ගණන් ගන්නෑ. ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඉස්කෝලේ උගන්වන ගුරුවරුන්ටත් තියෙන ඩිප්ලෝමා. ඒකින්ද ඩිප්ලෝමා කරන්න උසස් පෙළ අවුට් වෙනකන් ඉන්න රජයේ පිළිගත් තැනක ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කරන්න. එතකන් මේ සහතික පත්‍ර පාඨමාලා කරාට කමක් නැහැ. සර්ටිෆිකේට්. දැන් ඔයාලට මම සමහර ඒවා දුන්නේ පාටිසිපේටඩ් කියලානේ. සක්සස්ෆුලි කම්ප්ලීටඩ් කියලා සමහරක් අයට දීලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මේකේ ඔයාලා ගන්න ලකුණු අනුව ඔයාලා වැඩ කරන ප්‍රමාණය අනුව කට්ටියකට හම්බ වෙනවා පාටිසිපේෂන් සර්ටිෆිකේට්. දැන් ඔය වැඩ කරලා අද එහෙම ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න අයට සක්සස්ෆුලි කම්ප්ලීටඩ් හම්බ වෙනවා. මොකද සහතික දෙකක් ඒ දෙකේ. දැන් සිරුක්ෂට ඇති සහතික මිටියක් නේ. නෑ රුක්ෂ? ඉරුක්ෂට ඇති සහතික මිටියක් ස්ක්‍රැච් එකේ ඉඳලා. ඉරුක්ෂට මයික් එකක් නැල්ලු. ඔව්. එතකොට ඉරුක්ෂට සහතික මිටියක් ඇති. ඉතින් අනිත් අයටත් එහෙමයි. ජතිනට එහෙමත් එහෙමයි. ඔයාලා ඔය එකතු කරගන්න හැම සහතිකේම සහතිකේ නෙමෙයි වටින්නේ. ස්කිල්ස්. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ හැකියා. ඔය හැකියා 1 2 3 එකතු කරලා ගත්තා. හරි? ඔයාලට කැම්පස් ළමයින්ට මට්ටමේ දැනුමක් ඇති වෙනවා. ඒකින්ද ලෑස්ති වෙන්න ඊළඟ සයිබර් සිකියුරිටි කෝස් එක කරන්න යන්න මේ ටික හරියට කරගන්න මේ දෙසැම්බර් මාසේ කරන ටික උත්තර බහැලා කරගන්න. මම ඊළඟ සයිබර් සිකියුරිටි කෝස් එක රයිට් ඇප් ඉන්වෙන්ටර් කෝස් එකක් කරලා නැති අය සයිබර් සිකියුරිටි කෝස් එක ඊළඟට පටන් ගන්නකොට ඒක හෙන ඇඩ්වාන්ස් යන්නේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හුඟක් විට ලොකු ළමයිත් එක්ක ඉගෙන ගන්න. හරි. එහෙනම් මම අද එන්ඩ් කරනවා ක්ලාස් එක. good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Okay.